Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I've got a message for Scorpio today, and I have asked my guides for a message that is deeply beneficial and strongly positive for you as you navigate what's going on this week. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. So glad that you're here. I strongly invite you to subscribe. I urge you to subscribe to this channel so you can stay connected with this beneficial, high vibration information every week. And if you're returning, wow, this is a huge reading, guys. And I almost have no words. It's so powerful, but I'm really excited to share it with you and really excited and grateful for your support as well as your time and energy. So let's go straight into your reading. It's really quite amazing. The universe is presenting you with this Queen of Cups. This is a very strong intuition. This is very strong insight about something that's going on behind the scenes, something that you feel very, you've been feeling kind of in the back of your mind, in the side of your mind. But this is like the universe gives you a strong confirmation of what's going on. I also feel like the Queen of Cups energy is very strongly aligned with the Scorpio energy. So this is kind of quintessential you energy coming at you this week. Now, it's interesting though, because you respond with the Eight of Cups. You're not liking what you're seeing. You're not liking what you're hearing. You're not liking what you're getting. And you're kind of like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I don't want to go here anymore. I'm tired of getting the same old kind of thing. See you later. So there's all this waterfall that's flowing down. And you see how she's got her foot in this pool of water. So this waterfall is flowing down and you're moving against that emotion. You're going against the flow of that water. You're trying to get up to a drier, higher ground, but it's almost like you're trying to find the source of the waterfall, but you're also just kind of like, I don't want any part of what's going on here. Now, what's really fascinating, and I'm going to bring this up now because it's going to make sense later, is how bright this full moon is. And she's capturing the energy, the essence of that lunar, female, feminine energy into her cup. But how bright it is, and it's almost like daytime. It's a weird kind of night-daytime thing. So it's almost like there's more illumination in that darkness. The darkness is almost like light. The day becomes night. There's a funny, it's like blend or threshold between the dualities. They almost go away. Like the intuition is that strong that you're going to receive. Now, here's the rest of the story. Amazing. Empress, or the lady energy, the Six of Swords, and then the Sun. So do you remember how I talked about this illumination is happening at night? Well, the reason why this comes up to you, it comes out in the day, eventually in the sun. So you're getting the sneak preview from the moon here. You're getting the sneak preview through your intuition, and then all of a sudden, through this process, it comes out in the victorious and bright, shining sun. So let's keep going. There's so much information in these cards. Like I said, there's so much power in here. We've got the lady. As I said before, now she's pregnant, right? And it's almost like they're saying, okay, she's pregnant, she's ready to give birth, she's full, she's overflowing. So she's ready to give birth to this next, whatever it is. I'm feeling strongly because I feel like these cards are very, they're very up there, that she's ready to give birth to that next phase of your soul. And I think this is why you're kind of like, I'm not going there. I really don't want to do this anymore this week. I've had it. I don't like it. I don't like this direction. So she's saying she's ready, but look, I mean, she's got everything she needs. She's got more than what she needs. There's the water, beautiful water flowing. Nature is flowing and blossoming for her. She's truly blessed and bestowing blessings. So even though you're resisting this at the moment, she is giving you so many blessings and so much abundance. Now, because there's a resistance and because she's not quite ready to give birth, there's the Six of Swords. You're going on a bright journey, and it's almost like the colors from this card flow into this card in a bigger way. So this is almost like the journey of you out of the birth canal. Isn't that crazy? This just came into my head. She's got this green and yellow, and that's exactly, you've got the water of the green and then the yellow sky. So this is like the story of you coming out of the birth canal, of this blessing, abundant, nurturing, feminine energy. So the new soul comes out, and this birth canal, when you think of birth, it is a loss. You lose that warm, safe place where you don't have to worry about feeding yourself, you don't have to worry about anything, it's taken care of for you. And there is leaving behind of that. You leave behind the umbilical cord, you leave behind, the umbilical cord mostly, right? And the other stuff, but you're no longer protected in that ever beneficial, bountiful womb of the mother. You're not in there. But at the same time, there's a father figure here, so you've got the masculine energy as a protector. Then you've got this hooded, I'm assuming it's a man, it looks kind of like a man, hooded boatman figure, who is, in Greek mythology, he's associated with the land of the underworld. So this is still reminding you that while it's a birth, you're in this birth canal, there's still an element of death that is pushing you forward. So the death of the stuff that you don't need anymore, the death of that umbilical cord, the placenta, because this is saying, okay, here you need to go on your own now. So, as another metaphor, we start close to source, we start part of source, we come down here, we leave source, and we come down here into this physical body to have this example. And this is just kind of a huge metaphor, inside and outside, macrocosm, microcosm of what's going on. Now she gives birth and we get the sun. And this is the glowing, pure light emanating from your soul. So, these cards are so amazing for you right now, because what you were afraid of was another rebirth. And there's so many rebirths in one lifetime, and for you especially, there's so many rebirths, and this is another one, but I feel like somehow this one is different. I'm not sure if it's just because these cards are being so strong right now, but I also feel like this is kind of like it. This is you ready to sing your own song. He's got a lyre there, a little harp. This is ready for you to come out in the purity of yourself. And this child figure has such strong, positive energy. It's like once you've gone through this birth canal, you can't go back in. So this self that you've been feeling in the crevices, in the corners, not in the day-to-day, it's in your quiet time, or just kind of that sense in the back of your mind, that change, that why are they giving me permutation? Because I guess a permutation is a type of transformation, this reshuffling of yourself. You're feeling that already. But the self that wants to give up so quickly, it really doesn't understand the magnitude of what's happening. And it's almost like, yeah, you can leave, but this is still going to follow you anyway. You might as well turn around and enjoy the show. Now, let's look at also this. We've got that same green, yellow, right, of these cards. So you're feeling it, you're sensing it before it happens, but it is going to be happening. The Six of Swords, that journey out of the birth canal, also gives you time to reconcile what has happened. She's very eager to go forward, and he's very protective of what's coming to her. So he's not going to let anything harm her. So any old demons, any old junk that you find coming up, you're protected from. It's not going to take you down. It's not going to pull you down into the water. If you find yourself in some emotion, know that it's healing emotion, and understand that it's part of the process of you understanding exactly who you've become this time. Because it's almost like you see more of your true self. You see more of your higher self coming out. There's a substantiality to this child that I just can't quite put into words, and it feels like there's going to be more of the true you there that is unshakable, undeniable. And the other thing we have to talk about is how much power and how much light, how much of a light force this person has now. So it's like the shadow drops off, and all of a sudden only your light can come out. Only your light hits everything around you. And You're happy in that light. You love, you embrace that light. This figure is not comfortable with that light being seen. It's actually a little more comfortable to see it in the dark, but you're really being pushed out into the world where everyone can see you. And you can't see because he's on the horse, but he's naked, right? These guys have clothes on, they're covered, and that's comfortable. But the naked, vulnerable, shining, optimistic, and powerful being that you really are, it's like the hermit crab out of the shell feels like, oh God, I'm going to get eaten. But they're saying, no, that's your strength. You don't have to hide this anymore. This is you needing to come out, needing to shine that light, stop being in the dark. So this is more, it's not only the birth of yourself, but it's the birth of dropping that need to be in the shadows. So this is a big coming out week, and I mean that in more than one way. So if you've got questions about that, please reach out in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you next week, and I invite you to check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com. I do offer one-on-one readings over Zoom, and I also have an extended support program if you are on the spiritual path and you need some extra assistance. So I will see you next week, and have a good one.